Hello and welcome back to Microbial Concepts. Today we are going to discuss about antioxidants. Okay, we read a lot about having antioxidants in our diet, and even in our theory we read and write that a particular compound or substance it has antioxidant properties. Okay, so we are going to discuss what it is, the concept, some terms associated with antioxidants and types. Okay, so this is the part 1, and in part 2 we will be discussing some functions, advantages, okay, and some examples of antioxidant foods. Okay, so as I told you, we read a lot about having antioxidants in our diet. Okay, so what are they? Okay, so in simple terms, antioxidant, it means inhibiting oxidation. Okay, so these are some basic terms that you need to know first for understanding antioxidant. So oxidation, free radicals and oxidative stress are very important terms in case of antioxidants. Okay, so as you all know that when a atom or molecule it loses ion, we called it as oxidation, okay, in chemical reaction, right? So that is simply oxidation. Then oxidation reaction can form free radicals, and these start chain of reaction that damage the living cells. Okay, and antioxidants, they terminate these kinds of chemical reactions, these kinds of chemical chains by removing the free radicals intermediates and inhibit their oxidation reaction. Okay, so that was about oxidation. Now free radicals. Okay, so a free radical can be defined as an atom or group of atoms which have an unpaired electron, right? So we know that in a shell there should be a pair of electron. A lone pair is considered as a unpaired electron, and that is unstable. Okay, so it will react, it has highly reactive state. Okay, so to balance, to get the stability, that particular atom will now share that electron, or it will lose it, or it will gain one electron for balancing. Okay, so the chemical behavior of an atom is determined by the number of electrons in its outermost shell, right? So this is the basic chemistry. So when the outermost shell is full, the atom is stable, and it has the tendency to not to engage in any chemical reaction. But when the outermost shell is not full, the atom is unstable, and now it will attempt to stabilize itself by either losing or gaining an electron, or either by completely filling or empty its outermost shell. Or many times the atom will share that electron by bonding it with another atom which is also looking for completing its outer shell. Okay, so how these free radicals are formed? Okay, so there are many types of free radicals that are formed, but in most common the most common in aerobic organisms are oxygen free radicals. Okay, and they are also referred as reactive oxygen species, that is ROS. So they include hydroxyl anions, superoxides, hydrogen peroxides, and single oxygen. Okay, just O. So free radicals are formed when one of these weak bonds between the electrons is broken and an uneven number of electrons they remain. Okay, that means the instability is there. So this implies that the electron is unpaired. Okay, so which makes it highly reactive, and it will now try to steal an electron with the or from the neighboring molecule to stabilize itself. How these free radicals work? So you can see this in the simple diagram here, that the middle one, which is having a free radical, to balance himself, he is now stealing one electron from the another healthy atom, okay, which has the stability. So he will get satisfied, but the healthy atom will now become a unstable free radical. Okay, so this is how the chain goes up. Okay, so once a free radical is formed, it succeeds in gaining another electron from a nearby molecules, and it leaves the victim short of an electron, and hence now it has made this new molecule as a free radical. So this free radical will in turn try to steal an electron as well. Okay, so this results in the cascade. right? And this is why in living cells a rapid and great damage is seen in living tissues. Okay, so that's why we need antioxidants to minimize this effect. So the third term that is very important is oxidative stress. Okay, so when free radicals of an oxygen species, they attack a healthy cell, they damage its membrane, its proteins, and even its DNA. Okay, so we can say that the cell is oxidized. Okay, as in chemistry we say that the molecule is oxidized or the atom is oxidized. Here the living cell is being attacked and it is now oxidized. Okay, so now it cannot function properly and thus the cell dies due to the oxidative stress. Okay, so these are some free radicals that generally are known for causing oxidative stress. Those are superoxide anions, then hydrogen peroxide, and the hydroxyl radical. Okay, so this was about basics about antioxidants. Now there are also three types. Okay, so first is about enzymatic antioxidants and non-enzymatic antioxidants. Okay, so they are present in both extracellular and intracellular environment. Okay, so here are some examples and where are they found. Okay, also that is mentioned. So first is enzymatic antioxidants. Okay, so glutathione peroxidase and catalase is the example, as these are the enzymes, right, which works as antioxidants or which works in inhibiting the oxidation. They are present in mitochondria and cytosol and they help in removal of hydrogen peroxide. Okay, so this is about enzymatic antioxidants. Next is non-enzymatic antioxidants. So the examples are carotenoid, bilirubin, and vitamin C, vitamin E. So the carotenoid is present in membrane, while bilirubin is one of the products of heme group metabolism in the blood, and vitamin C is present in every cell. Okay, so they all are non-enzymatic. They are not enzymes, but still they help in the removal of reactive oxygen species, that is ROS. Then the second type is natural and dietary source. So the natural source are, for example, chlorophyll derivatives, carotenoids, then some essential oils, then phytosterols, alkaloids, phenolics, nitrogen containing compounds. And dietary are camosol, rosimnol, and camosic acid. Right, then the third type is based on defensive mechanisms. Okay, by some compounds which show defensive mechanisms, they are classified as preventive antioxidants and radical scavenging. Okay, so they will just scavenge the radical from the environment. So the examples for radical scavengers are vitamin C and carotenoids, and preventative antioxidants are lactoferrin, peroxidase, and carotenoids. Okay, so we had covered types, some terms, and the concept. Okay, so next part, that is part 2, we will be covering functions and some examples and disadvantages and advantages. Okay, so thank you for watching this part. Don't forget to watch the part 2 of antioxidants. Thank you.